Hello everybody, I am alpacapatrol, and this is Guzzlers. That's right, I'm going to be taking a look at Guzzlers, which is an indie game that you can pick up on Desura for $25. And it is a combat racing game in the, in kind of the scope of sort of a Mario Kart mixed with Burnout, to a degree. So why don't I just jump in and try to explain a couple things that we could do. So the game does have multiplayer. The problem is I've never been able to actually find a server, as you can see here, when I try to refresh. Unfortunately, no one seems to be playing this game online. Can't connect to master server. Well, that's unfortunate. I've actually never had that exact problem. So you can set up your presets in here. It's not really that important. Basically, you could pick any car and any weapon, but I'll show that off more in the single player here. If we go into the option menus, by the way, I am controlling this with the gamepad, with an Xbox 360 gamepad. So it does have gamepad support if we go into that, and I can change any of these that I so wish, though I don't so wish. In the gaming thing, in the game section, you have a crosshair. You can change it to miles per hour or kilometers per hour, which is kind of nice. Driver tags, auto switch weapons, no. Which is intriguing. I've never had that aspect of the game. That's odd. Alright, well anyway, sound, graphics more or less is the same kind of thing that you could think of. You could put everything on high, all this anti-aliasing, everything that you'd kind of really want. Except, here's my one main fucking problem with the game, is that it does not support windowed mode, which I don't know why that's more and more with video games these days. I mean, it's 2013 and we still don't have windowed mode. No, I'm not going to save any changes. For some reason, I don't know what's going on with that. But let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and create a new profile here because I have my profile, which is alpacapatrol, of course. I will just make a new one, and I can name it whatever I want, like But by the way, I realized that I have caps lock on. I kind of like it. And we should keep the nickname Butt McButt, because I think that's good. Now, Butt McButt, if I were to see what Butt McButt were to look like, I'd say he'd probably be in red. He's a bleedy butt. Now, what's really nice about this, I really like this aspect. Now, it could be considered very corny. I think it's amazing. So you could choose voiceover. So you have Jack. I don't know who that's supposed to be, actually, to be honest with you. But you have Arnold Schwarzenegger, obviously. Yeah. And Duke Nukem. So actually, I'm going to go for Duke Nukem because we haven't done it in a while. I'm going to keep it on easy mode. Arcade mode, I don't know. They don't really explain what arcade mode and difficulty really is. So anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and play as Butt McButt. Just to show you kind of what the game is all about. So basically, you just go into a new campaign here. And they start you off with a shitty little car, which is this thing. I forget what it's called. Let's see, what is it? Fat Ficho. And as you can see on the left-hand side, you can see all the stats there. If we go to the car shop, we could go to all the different cars. Now, here's one of my main problems with the game. Is that if you go into the car shop and you look at the different cars, one, it has a lot of cars, and that's cool. Like, you can even see what the cars look like down the line. Like, that's the best car in the game. Here's my main problem with the game, is that the cars are pretty much just straight upgrades. So, for instance, as you can see, the stats just slowly increase and increase and increase. Like, this one had, like, a far less nitro than that one, but that really, for the most part, they're more or less straight upgrades, except for giving, like, you know, a couple of nitro drops or something. And, you know, that doesn't really make for very interesting gameplay, in my opinion. In my opinion, it would be better if I could have to choose between what cars did what, for a specific type of track or a specific type of race. But sadly, that is not the case. We can go into customize. We can change the car paint to whatever it is that we want. Let's make this a hot pink. I like that. We have stickers, but we don't have any unlocked on this one. We'll go into my main account, my main profile, afterwards. Actually, let's change the color of our rims to also hot pink. Yes, we got the pink-ass car ready to go. It gives us nicknames. We can go into the weapons, and there are a couple weapons to unlock. Not that many, but basically we have the shotgun right now. We could go into upgrades, and we could see we could upgrade all these things. We don't have any money yet, though. Ammo is a pretty important factor. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the actual game and see how it kind of handles. So, you have 3 different things that you could kind of play around it. You have the classic race, which is weaponless. You have the battle race, which has weapons, obviously, and the knockout, which you know, is 7 laps, as opposed to 2 laps. Now, here's the thing. Classic race is pretty much just without weapons, just racing, and in that way, it's somewhat boring. If you go into the battle race, it's just the same race with weapons, the weapons that you equip on top of your car, and the knockout race is pretty much no different. It's the only difference between knockout and battle race, from as far as I can tell anyway, and I could be totally wrong, but I'm pretty sure the only thing that's different is that the amount of laps. So by the end of the knockout race, most cars should be dead, but that doesn't mean that by the end of the knockout race, all cars will be dead. In fact, the person who finishes the race, the last lap in first place, will win the race whether or not all the cars are dead. So, I don't know, it's a little bit strange, but let's go ahead and jump into the classic race here, just to see how the cars handle without weapons. Now, for my money, I haven't spent, like, any time at all in classic race. Hopefully you guys can hear me at this point, because it is loading a little bit slowly. But anyway, yeah, so I haven't spent, like, any time at all in Classic Race. The reasoning that I haven't spent any time at all in Classic Race is because I don't think this game is really designed for it. I think it's just kind of a, I think it was just kind of put in for people who want it. But, oh, for some reason my car can't move, and my controller has ceased to work. Okay, well, that's good. I don't know what's going on. I guess I have the gamepad enabled? Oh, why did it switch to keyboard? Alright. I guess you have to switch... Okay. So apparently you have to switch... let's go ahead and restart this. So apparently, here's another problem with the game. When you change profiles, you have to change up all your settings again. Which seems a bit silly to me. But whatever. Let's go ahead and restart this race. Sadly... That was just a thing that happened. We could skip through it and just jump in here and see what the hell is going on with this game. So yeah, they start you off with this really shitmobile of a car. It really is slow and shitty, and there's a reason for it. I guess we murdered a chicken. That's good. There's a reason for it. The main reason is that you're supposed to, you know, upgrade your car over time. And as you'll see after this is done... Oh, God, this thing handles like a piece of garbage. Oh, and it accelerates so slowly, and its max speed is terrible. Oh, God. I'm not enjoying playing as this car. See, this is my main problem with the game as well, is that, you know, they start you out with such a shitty car that is so obviously deficient compared to most of the other cars in the game that are at least on this track. They do a good job of matching you up against cars that are of the same relative skill level, or same relative power. Now, we just got our first upgrade here. Now, this is our Mario Kart aspect. So, you have weapons in the game. I forgot to mention that the regular race mode also does have this as a factor. Is you get all of the upgrades that are normally in the in every other race. Like, we have these mines here that I can just drop a mine and took his ass out with a mine, which is pretty badass. I have 3 mines once I pick up mines, so that's cool. The green power-ups is are healing, and you got mines, you got oil slicks, you got that one thing that you saw people owning with. Oh God. Or owning my my face with anyway, my ability to see. Got him. Got some more mines. Yay! Mines are my favorite thing to use in this game, for sure. It's just the most fun, in my opinion anyway. Because you could always drop them. I get money bonuses here. I guess might as well get more mines. Oh, I wasted it. Oh well, whatever. Not a big deal. This guy's kind of like gaining on me, it looks like. I want to see where he's going. Anyway, Butt McButt is doing well. Oh, no. Oh, I fucked myself up. Yep. Should have looked where I was going. Alright, well, now I've ruined myself. I do have Nitro Boost, but the Nitro does not seem to make a lot of sense as to how you get it. I still, to be honest with you, I still haven't really fully divined how you gain more Nitro. You don't do it through power sliding, which I thought maybe was the case at first. You don't. I think you get it slightly. You sometimes get it from getting a lot of air. Oh, it looks like we lost our mines, but let's just draft past all these guys. Get out of here. I don't need your nonsense. But anyway, yeah, we're back in first place again. That was easy. I guess we are on easy mode. Oh, no. All right, that works. So now we're in the last lap. That guy got toppled over, which is good. But as you can see, like, you know, it works. It's a competent racer. I mean, it's fine. It's not anything amazing. As far as I can tell, there seem to be only 4 tracks in the game. Now, I did unlock a track as I played more, so I don't know if that is going to be always the case. I do have oil slicks right now, which I'm going to use on this guy, and he got greased. So fuck that dude. Now, if these guys want to get in here, they're going to have a hard time because I just dropped 2 mines there. Yep, and I got somebody with the landmine, which is pretty ballin'. You can press LB to handbrake. So you have all the traditional racing controls like handbraking, you know, acceleration, reverse, all that. And it's a competent racer. It's just not terribly interesting to play without the weapons. And I'll show you the weapons here in this next race here. So before I do that, though, we're back in the garage. And as you saw, we got some money from doing that, from winning the race. We unlocked these things, which are kind of arbitrary. But now, you see, we have $3,982 in our cash in the bottom right-hand corner. Or the top right-hand corner, rather. And because of that, we can go into the upgrades section. So, the one thing that I like to upgrade, excuse me, is our engines. Let's upgrade the brakes so we have better grip. Let's upgrade the tires. Let's upgrade the ammo. And then we don't have enough money for anything else. But you don't really need anything else. So this is exactly why cars are incremental upgrades. Is because when you get that next car, as you can see already, it has worse deceleration, worse acceleration and stuff. That's because I upgraded my car. So that's the reasoning behind... I like my license plate. Bitch. So that's the reasoning behind doing that. I guess we're just gonna go for this 4-lap one, which is on the same track, which is unfortunate. But it's a battle race. And this is just gonna show you just kind of what the weapons are like and what that kind of adds to the gameplay. But so yeah, because the cars are incremental upgrades, the next car that you get, it's not just the cost of the car, which you arbitrarily unlock. It's also the cost of how much money you have to spend on upgrading the car. And all of the same upgrades that you get from the last car are going to be on this new car, except they're going to cost a lot more. Now here's the thing that's weird about battle races, is I don't know, again, this could be just me not knowing, or it could also just be the game not being entirely clear how exactly it works. But, oh god, didn't mean for that to happen. Anyway... there's no real indicator as to when you're allowed to use your weapons. So, like, right now, I can't use my weapons. And that's okay. When I first looked at it, I thought, oh, that's probably because... Oh, good. That's probably because, you know, it's not the first lap. After you get past the first lap, maybe we could use the weapons. But it doesn't seem to be that as the case, because sometimes I'll be in the middle of the first lap and I'll have weapons allowed. Anyway, so now I can use weapons, which you'll see in a moment once I get into range here. You can also buy weapons that shoot backwards, which is cool. But I have a shotgun here, because that's the only thing that you start with. And we're going to try our best to blow fools away. Alright, looks like we knocked him out of the way, which is nice. So now we're kind of in that kind of mix, as it were, between sort of a Twisted Metal and a and a traditional racing game. Well, I guess I got knocked his ass out. I am getting shot a lot, which is unfortunate. You do have to pick up ammo along the way. You can see our ammo in the bottom right-hand corner. Oh, we got a DD rune. It's not actually a DD rune, but it is double damage, and I blew his ass away. Actually, I got a kill assist, so I actually didn't blow him up. But as you can see, I do have double damage, and I still have it for a little while. Not that much longer, though. I'm trying to get the money bonuses, because the money bonuses are kind of the more important thing, in my opinion anyway. You do get extra money for getting kills, and this seems to be where the game really shines, because it is a lot of fun blowing fools away. It's not... I could see how this would be a lot more fun on a online. Sadly, no one's playing the game, which is really quite unfortunate. But as far as my money goes, it seems as though you kind of want weapons that kill. And I'll kind of get into why that is, which, you know, seems to not really make a lot of sense, obviously, because how could you have any weapon that doesn't kill? But, yeah, what I mean by that is it's kind of good to have weapons that do a lot of damage very quickly to enemies, as opposed to some of the other weapons of the game, like, say, rockets, which I'll show off later. I really, really want to own that guy with, okay, we got a shield, so we're pretty good. So as you see, if I get into first place here, and I win in first place, despite this being a battle race, it doesn't really matter. Battle race just basically means I can murder the other cars. And I'm pretty sure you could still kill cars in regular race. It's just it would be a lot harder since you're not using guns and stuff. But we should be... Oh, God, we're approaching the final lap. Great. Alright, we're back to full ammo. We're way ahead of everybody. We're going to get through this whole race here, which should be very shortly, I would imagine, unless we screw up in some terrible fashion. Alright, we got double damage now. You can see in the bottom right-hand corner what kind of upgrades you have, which is good. Pretty clear, pretty obvious. I'm going to take that money bonus because money bonuses seem to be, again, the most valuable. Because that's the quickest way to upgrade your car. But other than that, there's kind of no reason to go exploring with other races. You kind of just got to pick which race is best suited for you. For me, it's been battle races because they're usually fairly short, and they involve me murdering things, which I like doing. I do enjoy the murder every once in a while. Let's get this shield for this final stretch of the race. Go ahead and nitro boost. And succeed. Okay. But, anyway, as you can see, we got the bonus money there from picking up bonuses, destroying things in the environment, and getting 2 kills. So we have the $4,000 reward and the 2 kills. But anyway, since I've kind of showed off exactly what the game is about when you first start, now I've unlocked a car, by the way, which again seems very arbitrary to me. Now I can buy this car, which I could go ahead and buy. But the problem is that this car is actually not that great. And now I have, if I go into the upgrades, I can buy them, which is fine. And it will make the car better than the other car. But it's like, there's just, it doesn't really fundamentally change the gameplay. It just makes it so that you have to spend more money. You just have to grind out more cash. And there doesn't seem to be a reason to do that for me. Like, besides, like, after you, I think this is a very niche game, is what I'm going to say. So I'm going to jump into my own profile, because I have a way better car in this. But it seems to me to be a very niche game, so let me go ahead and repair in between races. I don't know what the purpose of this is, either, as far as the mechanically is concerned. So as you can see, if I go into my upgrades here, I got everything. And they don't really fundamentally change anything about the car. You know, they just increase the grip, increase the stats, essentially. I'm basically min-maxing. And not really min-maxing, it's just better to get everything. There's no real strategic choices. Like, there's no difference between wheels here. You just buy both. You know, you can... Like, there's no, like, oh, this wheel has better traction in the snow, or blah, 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 any of that nonsense. Nothing like that. There's just increased ammo, better engine, you can move faster, better nitro. You know, there's nothing too terribly strategically interesting here. I could go into my decals, actually, and this is actually pretty fun. So there are loads of other things that you can do, decal-wise. Uh-oh. I have this crazy one at the bottom, back here, and yeah, this is fine. for me, and I can change up the rims and all that. And I can look through the weapons that I have. These are all the ones that I have unlocked. Those are the ones that I could see. I don't know if you get better weapons on better cars, but this is the shotgun that you start with. This is the machine gun that I like to use. This is a, whatchamacallit, this is a shotgun that also fires backwards. I haven't actually bought that. I could buy it. I haven't really. You might as well buy it. See, you can see the shotguns in the back, so I could fire behind me. But I have all of these weapons, and these are the rockets. But I'm going to go ahead and go for the machine guns, because that seems to be my favorite weapon so far. And you can see if I go through my garage, you can see all the different cars that I have. I could sell them for extra cash, which you might as well do, I guess, to upgrade the new car that you get. You look at my rank list. I'm top ranked here. With 38 kills. But anyway, let's jump in and do basically the same thing. Oh, actually, you know what? This looks like a new course. Crapstone Speedway. All right, let's try it out. I've never played this, so hopefully I don't get owned, but it's very likely that I will. So I was wrong about the number of tracks. It seems that you unlock them as time goes on. Seems to be way more tracks in the game. So that's pretty cool. It's something to look forward to. But basically, you know, it's what you see here. The game is more or less this. So I have full upgrades on this car. I have everything that you could possibly get on this car. It obviously handles much better. You can already see that. It's obviously much faster. Oh man, I have never been on this racetrack, keep in mind, so I'm going to be doing terribly, I bet. But anyway, let's go ahead and do this. Let's get some money bonus. Alright, I don't know when it's going to allow me to fire my weapons. Hopefully soon. I understand why it doesn't let you fire your weapons early, because otherwise it would just be a, you know, a shoot-'em-up game, essentially. You know, it reminds me in a lot of ways of whatchamacallit, of the Spy Hunter games in the way that you aim, and you'll see that once I have my machine guns unlocked. In a moment, hopefully. Ah, I have them unlocked. Okay. So, see, arbitrary. I don't know why, when that is, but as you can see, I could just fire on an enemy, and it'll kind of lock on to the nearest foe. You do have to sort of aim, like I can't just fire aimlessly. I have to fire in a general direction and kind of aim, but it does kind of track to the guy, which is cool. I don't have I really don't have a problem with that. He's got a shield. That's a bummer. This son of a bitch. All right, well I gotta heal. I just used a whatchamacallit, one of them things that repairs your car. Right now this track does not seem like it's very fitted towards a battle race. Oh god, get out of here. Stop shooting the guns at me. So, I mean, I think this is probably the last part of what I'm going to show off of the game here, just so that you get an idea of what the progression system looks like. You know, my full opinion of the game is I like it. I've played... Here's the thing. Of all the things that I have said bad about the game, I have played through a couple hours of it, and I could kind of just go into Zen mode and play that. But I don't know if that's necessarily because the gameplay is great, or because because I'm just particularly into racing games every once in a while. I haven't played a racing game in quite some time, and you know, I haven't said a lot about the good things that the game has done. Graphically, it's fantastic. It looks fantastic. It's a very pretty game. It plays well. The racing is competent. It works fine. It's not anything to be particularly admired, I don't think, but it works better than expected. I'll say that. It definitely works better than I would expect it to work, especially for an indie title. And it works very well. It's very competent in what it does. I think honestly, it is a very niche game. I think it's got a lot of things going for it that make it fun. But I think if you're not particularly into this type of game, you're not really going to derive a lot of enjoyment from it. That being said as well, it does have a $25 price tag, which, you know, could be a limiting factor for a lot of people. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I think they understand that they are a niche game, and that, you know, you kind of have to price towards the niche, don't you? It's kind of the same reason that airplane simulators like $50 or train simulators $50, you know? You're not going to have that many sales, so you might as well price it up. But, you know, that being said, it's still a fun game. It's a lot of fun. If you've been yearning for this kind of experience, then pick it up, because it's enjoyable. I haven't really shown off exactly what these fucking machine guns do, because everybody's been behind me this whole time. But it shoots, and it does damage, and you blow people up, and it's a fun time. See, right now, what happened is I have, like, a fully maxed out car, so my car is just better than all the other cars on the racetrack, unfortunately. Which means that I can't get the extra money from kills, so I kind of am in this weird place where I don't want to be in first the whole time, because, see, I only get 275 bonus, whereas if I had not gotten in first place most of the time, then I would have gotten more kills, and potentially, you know, gotten more extra money. Also, everyone survived there. Maybe one car died. Nope, they all survived. Every car survived, despite the fact that it's a battle race, so it's not even really something... The tracks are not specifically designed for it. There's not really like a, you know, a destruction derby arena map or anything for you to tool around with. It's, you know, basically the same kind of thing. And it's just kind of grindy. It's the same thing over and over again. As you see, if I just hit continue, same thing. Just play basically the same tracks over and over again, get some more money, grind out a new car. So the campaign mode is not particularly interesting to me. It's enough of a zen place that you can play the game in, that you'll enjoy yourself and play for a couple hours, especially if you're into this sort of thing, you're into racing games. I like the music. The music is pretty cool. It's got the traditional sports extreme game silly things like the name of other cars or like some dumb guy and I don't know, weird stuff that isn't particularly interesting. It seems to be like a relatively original soundtrack. I think there are some licensed tracks in here, but I'm not really sure. The music is fine. It fits the game, and the game's pretty fun. So really, I would say if this game looked good to you, then pick it up, because it works about as well as you would think it works. The multiplayer is kind of non-existent, unfortunately. I think the game would probably shine in the multiplayer. So it's kind of an unfair look. Yeah, as you can see, even if I see servers, there's nobody there, unfortunately. You could go into quick race and get tool around. I might as well go ahead and do that. So I have more cars unlocked now, which is good. God's damn circuit, interesting. I guess these are the other tracks that I haven't unlocked, or ones that I haven't played anyway. Intriguing. Yeah, so I've almost unlocked all of the courses, it looks like. Unless those are just very desaturated images. I don't know. But yeah, you know, when you go into quick race, you can do that. There doesn't seem to be any local multiplayer as far as I can tell. Yeah, doesn't seem to be any local multiplayer, so you can't even play with your friends if they're over here. No real reason to change profiles except to start over the grindy campaign over again, which I don't see why you'd really want to. The only reason that I would see that you would do the campaign is to unlock all the cars for quick race, but that's not that important because if you go into multiplayer, you can go to the presets, and as you can see, sort of, you can just choose any car you want in the multiplayer. So you don't have to unlock anything through the single player. So like the only reason that you would be unlocking cars in the grindy single player is in order to unlock them for quick race, which I don't know why you'd really want to do that, because you could just do that yourself with your own car in the actual game. So I don't know. If the game looks good to you, then it's for you, and I think you should pick it up. And I think $25 is worth the cost for the amount of time and effort that seems to have been put into the game. That said, it does seem extremely niche for me. It doesn't seem like everybody would be totally into it. I played a couple hours of it, more hours than I probably needed to make a video, because I had a good time, and it's pretty fun. But it's very grindy, it's very samey, it's very repetitive. But it's, you know, competent and very well made. I will say that. There's nothing wrong with the game glitch-wise. I haven't encountered a single glitch my entire time playing it, which has been, you know, 3 to 4 hours at this point. I haven't encountered anything specifically wrong with the game. The developers seem like they're adding patches as time goes on as well, adding in new things, which is great. Like I said, I would say that as far as a preview is concerned, pick up this game if it looks good to you. If it doesn't, then I understand, because, you know, it's not the kind of game for everybody. But it's competent when it does, and I enjoy it. I really do. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. There's going to be more of this in the near future, because I have a backlog of indie games that I have to get through, of codes and stuff that I've gotten and I wasn't able to review because of my old computer. But so now we're gonna have more of this kind of stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. You know, check back soon if you're a new viewer to see more kind of previews of new indie games on the market and all that, because I'm getting codes by the dozen. Not really, but you know, I still have quite a few to get through. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. This is Alpaca Patrol signing out. Peace, fools.